Hello everyone, welcome back to Walk With Me Gaming. So today, we're going to do a one-off. I was going to do something else, but then it didn't work. So, we're going to play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Because I haven't played this yet on stream, and I figured, why not? Let's do this. Why not? So if you're wondering why there's a man in a cauldron with a hammer, it's because, let's just fail it. There we go. The only way to truly fail in this game. Yeah, so the reason this man is in a cauldron is because this game is about climbing. And your only goal is to climb up this ridiculous mountain using only this hammer. And it is very difficult. Sometimes your best method is just flailing, and sometimes the best method requires a little more skill. And unfortunately, you kind of have to master both to be good at this game. And I am not good at this game, but I've gotten, I think, a respectable distance in this game. Just enough to get me by, but I've not gotten to the top. And I don't think I ever will. Especially at this rate. So if you can't see the little cursor there, that is my mouse, and I have to angle myself to launch myself.
You deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have.
Jeez, I'm
or
just
if you left your wallet
doing
at home,
really awful
have to
at
go
this
back
right now.
after spending an hour in the commute.
Okay, let's
If you
focus.
want some money at the casino,
So the problem is, I'm worried that with me recording as well, my computer's running a little slower than I would like it to be. Because I feel like I'm launching myself significantly more powerfully than I was before. Bad. Yeah, you know what? Let's go low. Let's go real low. Is it ideal? No. Will it run better? Maybe.
If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Yeah. So that's the creator of the game, Bennett Foddy. He is also the creator of the game QWOP. So if you don't know what QWOP is, it's a fantastic game experience that is also difficult. The only difference being that QWOP has an ending, whereas this, this has an ending too. I guess QWOP is more of, it has a an achievable ending, because you can, I don't want to say cheat, but you can kind of cheat your way through. So I should probably explain what it is. But QWOP is a game where you control the legs of a runner, and oh gosh. Oh, he is such on the struggle bus today. But you control the runner, the calves and thighs of the runner with the Q, W, and O and P buttons on your keyboard, and that's why it's called QWOP. Let's see if we can let's just do a launch. That's the wrong launch. Oh my gosh. Okay, I literally booted this up 5 minutes ago to try and just make sure that I could still play it effectively, and I was already like climbing up the mountain like behind this, and I'm feeling mildly strained about this. Give yourself some distance. There we go. Ding. This first tree, I remember this being a problem before too, of just, this first tree is more difficult than half the other stuff that I remember in this. But this game was designed to be frustrating and annoying, and if you've seen it before, it's probably due to seeing other game streamers and famous people playing it, because it's just stupid and hard. And it's funny to watch people get mad about it, because it's one of those games. But it's also understands exactly what it is, which I find is not always the case for these kind of games. Seriously. I'm just that bad. This poor man in his cauldron. He looks like Vladimir Putin, and he is just the most sympathetic of characters to ever exist. Yes! Ah, we've done it. Alright, hard part's over. That's a lie. That is not the hard part, but we shall successfully swing our hammer in joy. Alright, so...
Thanks for coming with me on this trip.
So yeah,
I'll understand if you have to take a break.
I'll just kind of let Bennett talk for a bit.
Find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
But, you know, Bennett Foddy is just a guy who designs games just to be interesting, which I think is good, because we need more auteurs like this to create interesting experiences. Because I think the more games that we make that are unexpected. Oh, he just said no. No. He knew he had failed from the moment he saw it. But when we make interesting experiences like this is it shows what games can be. And it's funny because, you know, I play so many of these indie games that are so story focused, and their main goal is to tell a tale without necessarily having as good of gameplay to match with it as some might want usually. And then this game is the exact opposite, where there's no story, there's no explanation. Why is this man in a cauldron? I don't know. Why is he trying to climb this thing? Well, because the game designer wanted him to. That's it. There's no story to it. There's no explanation. This is pure skill, and my arm is already hurting while playing it. But because it's just that, so like it's the opposite of many games that I often play, because I don't tend to play things that require a lot of skill. And I think the big thing with this is just with this rock, I always remember it's just moving fast enough to catch things. But the tough thing is, because the movements are so kind of janky, it's very easy to get stuck.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002,
not go
Sexy
anywhere.
Hiking. The author of that
Sexy
game
hiking.
is Jazor, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games.
No, don't press against
B
that.
games are rough assemblages
Don't
of
press
found
against
objects.
that.
Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
And that's what happens. And that's kind of the game. Like, until people master this, it is just, it's just pain after pain after. Wow, that was a good one, actually. And that's why you got to be careful with that mouse, because as soon as you get a little wild, things start to get sloppy. That was really good though.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts.
Okay.
And it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time.
No.
In it, your task
so
is
happy
simply
there.
to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of
And I
climbing,
decided to
in the
use
digital
that.
world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
Yep, we are in danger of falling and losing everything. I feel like this is just, it's not keeping up with my mouse as well as I want it to. Hang on. Let's bump this up a little bit. This might make it worse, but we shall see. Maybe this is worse. Maybe we want less mouse sensitivity. Because the problem is, I don't think mouse sensitivity is going to change anything, because the controls are just so difficult. Mouse sensitivity isn't really going to save you. Put the hammer up. Put it up in the air. Bring it down.
you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration. A real punch in the gut.
And Bennett knows exactly what he was doing when he designed this, because he knew this game was meant to be painful. This is just another example of a game that that Aaron Signal talked about that I really can't say anything better about. Like, it's he did a great job of talking about just how this game acknowledges pain and acknowledges the struggle of gamers, because it's that frustration. You know, I saw that in games like Celeste, where I was really struggling with some of the puzzles and had to repeat multiple times because I kept dying. And then with Celeste, I was able to put on essentially easy mode, and and then I wouldn't have to retry so many times. That is not an option on this. This is hard mode incarnate. Like, there's no better example of a hard mode. I don't know how far I'm going to get on this. I'm just going to do one video, because unfortunately, usually what ends up happening is people end up losing huge amounts of progress, and at that point it's like, why even bother with like continuing to play when you've essentially started over? Because I mean, as you get higher up, there are some parts of the levels that end up above, like you're going up, but it goes back, so you end up going back past areas that you already crossed over, and if you fall, that means you go to these places that are down farther than you were before. Okay, maybe I want less mouse sensitivity. I don't even know. Like, yeah, actually, this feels a little better. Before it was too much. Yeah, just line this up. Want to get on the pipe. Yeah, this is better. Whoa!
Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game.
Oh!
It might take you an hour to get over that.
Oh,
a lot of people
that was really good though.
Prod and you poke at it.
This is
the limits of
I
your
have
reach
gotten.
and your strength, trying to find a
I mean,
way
I'd
up
like
and
to get
over.
back to where I got
There's a sense of
before,
truth
but
in
there's
that
no
lack of
guarantee that I'll get
confidence.
that far.
Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment, or just by spending enough time.
No.
In that
That's
sense,
not what I wanted you to do.
Every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
Sure. I love the music on this. Like, he does such a good job of picking these like nice classical and jazz pieces, and like the funny thing with this game is it's just such a strange collection of objects. Like, look, they're up there, that's a coffee cup, but that's going to be an object that I can interact with, and by interact I mean I can hook my hammer around it, because I don't think there's anything in this game that's like a movable object except for me. Oh boy, just trying to slowly build. This guy's core strength is incredible. Oh, just the randomness of how well you'll actually do on this. And it's not random, because people have gotten very good at this. I think the world record is something around like 1:20 for the whole thing. To the point, like, I almost want to like put that at the end of my video, but that is someone else's content, so I'm not going to do that. Alright, give me a push. Push. Yeah, see, the problem is you just gotta get these lined up just right, and it's so hard to do. Because you gotta get that momentum, you gotta get that angle, and you gotta not fall off the earth into more earth.
If you need to
Like
take a
that.
break, it's okay. I've saved your progress.
Thank you, Bennett. I truly appreciate it. Like, this game is all about that momentum. Like, it's amazing what the speedrunners can do with this when they get the momentum to keep moving forward. Yeah, and like I said, I'm only playing one episode of this because usually my endpoint for this would be just when I've failed so bad that I just can't go on. And Bennett completely acknowledges that that is a factor in this game and knows that there are going to be people where you make huge progress. I think the one thing I remember from watching video compilations of the most painful of experiences in this game is that there's a okay, how are we gonna do this? There's a rail and it says don't hook onto this rail, and if you hook onto that rail you slide down the rail, and this is probably after most people would spend hours of progress, and if you slide down that rail you end up back at the first tree of the game. Get that. Oh, I could hit the coffee cup. Well, that's an interesting factor. Oh. How do I? I want to. I really want to. Well, I guess I could hit the coffee cup, so I've learned something. I can hit the coffee cup. I don't think I'm gonna get farther than that. But then again, I said that the first time I played, and I definitely did. I actually got a fair amount farther than that. But it just takes a lot of patience and a lot of time. I think it said my playtime total from before this was like 53 minutes. So I played for just under an hour. And how far I got in compared to the total game, couldn't tell you. But it was far enough that I was at least content with my progress. It's just gonna be a lot of this. 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 Yeah, but watching people sink down that rope that ends them back at the start is the most gut-wrenching pain I've ever seen for a lot of people in watching gaming videos. Like, it's so awful watching them just like realize what they've done and realize that there's nothing that can be done about it.
Happened again.
Oh, it happened
Keep on
again.
Trying. Don't let it get to you.
Bennett, be quiet. But I don't know. I love what he did to make this game. I think this is such a crazy idea, and I'm glad it worked. And I'm glad it got attention. Like, obviously, yeah, it makes sense. Like, this is perfect for streamers who get the big reaction games, because one of the biggest things with like streaming games for people who want to be in the spotlight is like play a game that's gonna make you just like people like to watch suffering, so they want to watch you have the scares of Five Nights at Freddy's, and they want to watch the fails of this sexy hiking game. And that's enough to get a lot of people's attention.
This thing that we call failure is not the falling down.
And that's it. And I think we're good. I think I've hit my limit. Let me just see how long I've been playing. Okay. 20 minutes. I've been playing this for 20 minutes. Hey, there's that coffee cup. Well, we play coffee golf. That's what we're doing now. It's coffee golf. Coffee golf. I can't even say it. We've been playing 20 minutes, and I made a bunch of progress, and then I did not. Because that's the thing. There's no save points. There's no, like, he'll save your progress, but he's only saving where you're at now. You can't go back. You can't reload. You can't try again. Well, you can try again, but what you're trying again is from here. And you're not... Look at that. We actually did pretty good. And, and that's the interesting thing with this game, too, is that you do learn. Like, you do get better. You get a better sense of control, especially with certain obstacles when you learn, like, this is how I want to approach this one, and this is how I want to approach others, and it is different for each obstacle. And we did almost get all the way back, and we got back! And we got farther than we did before. As I said, I was going to give up, and then I didn't. And then this happened. So that's a thing. So, yeah. Should I keep going? I mean, you can leave at this point. Now it's just me. Oh gosh, probably had things to talk about today, but I didn't. Instead, I focused on this game because this is just an impressive experience that should be experienced. If you ever want to see how, I feel like this should be a game that we use to test our people working in behavioral health. Because if you can handle this, then you got it. Like, if you can play this for an hour straight and not break a controller, then you have the ability to work in mental health. That should be the rule. Because you have the patience of a saint. That didn't work as well as I wanted.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking
That
are
did.
unyielding, and that makes the game unique.
Okay, this is where it gets bad.
But I'm not
because
sure Jazzuo
you
intended
want
to make
that
a
rock
frustrating
up
game.
here
The frustration is just
to
essential to the act of
launch
climbing,
yourself.
and it's authentic to the process
But
of building
if you
a
fall
game
over
about
the edge, you go all the way back down.
A funny thing
and
happened to me as I was
bad.
building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier.
No,
It
you
already
couldn't,
felt
Bennett.
like my inability to get
Oh,
past
this!
a new
I
obstacle
forgot about this.
was my fault as a player
metal.
rather than as a builder.
The metal. It makes it so much
Imaginary
worse.
mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them. And it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
I've definitely launched over that top rock there and gone flying over the edge to the bottom. Maybe that'll be where we stop. If that happens, then we stop. Oh god, I hate this part. Oh, I hate this part. This stupid metal. Because as you saw, I got it. Like, I was pushing myself, but it's slippery. Because when you have a slippery surface and your hammer can't push you, then it kind of, you have to get all that force to get you up it. So we're going to try and do that right now. We have to work against gravity. And gravity failed us. Because we all know gravity falls. But I don't know why I did a mix of the badump-tish sound and also the reading rainbow sound, I think it is. Kind of did a combo of both. Just the reaction time sometimes is enough to just screw this whole thing up. Come on, you silly bucket man. Come on. It's lovely weather for a cauldron ride with you. Oh my god. It's so frustrating because it's just one of those things that you keep going, and after a while you get good enough that you're just like, I can do this. And then something bad happens and the whole world is ruined. Come on, swing around. I'm losing control of my mouse. I can't even imagine this like on a console. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I guarantee someone's found a way to like beat this with a Guitar Hero controller or something stupid like that. There you go. There you go. Alright, let's try this nonsense again. Why don't we? Get angled better. Get angled better. You have to like wedge your hammer right in this little crevice. And then launch yourself backwards in the incorrect way, and that's how you beat the game. It's interesting that even like the like moving the hammer itself is enough to like move your body. Like the physics of it do interact with your whole body. Like even if you don't bump anything, just the momentum of swinging the hammer can push your body around. Well, that happened. I don't think we can get enough force if we do it this way. Ooh. No, no, no. Oh, God. Oh, that was a thing that happened. Oh, that was a thing that almost happened. Oh, so close. So close. So close, yet so far. Come on. Come on. Line it up. Line it up. See, now we can do it, but because the hammer slides, it's less of an effective method. There it is. Oh god. Okay. I am going to just say this is the end of the video, because this part took me the longest time to get up, because I have to. Why is his head moving? Stop moving your head, sir. You're complicating this. You're making it weird. Stop making it weird. But yeah, I have to climb my way up this tunnel now, if I don't mess up completely. But yeah, we're just gonna say this is the end, because I don't have the patience to get up this tunnel, and from the looks of it, I also don't have the skills to get up this tunnel because I keep pushing myself backwards. I'm not sure why I keep pushing myself backwards. Sir, you've got to have better hammer control. I'm kind of confused why he's sliding so bad. But anyway, so the come on, there you go. There. This is more slippery than the metal.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas.
All right, let's hear what the last thing
working
that
with
Bennett has to say.
You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
That's an interesting concept, sir. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about hammers. We're talking about
You've done
hammers.
this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
Just do what you did the first time. It's cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool. let's just, you know what? And the funny thing is now, I just want to end it with the method that I told you about, which is going over that edge. But I can't even do that properly. So, so let's just call it there. There we go. Over the edge we go. The big fall. And we'll jam out to this. Alright. Actually, we won't jam out to this because that's... I don't want to get a I think it's outside of copyright material. But anyway, I don't care. So, that was it. That was... I can't even think of the name. Something with Bennett Foddy. I don't know. It's popular. You can find others who played it. I had fun with this. I just wanted a nice one-off before I pick a new indie game and a new big game. So I just thought this one would be a fun one since I haven't played it yet. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry I didn't scream into my microphone or do all the things that most gamer and video game maker game people make. But I didn't care. I just did it how I did. And I had fun, and I'm glad I got as far as I did. I'm sad I couldn't have beaten it for you, but if you want to watch a speed run, go watch one for yourself because it's pretty damn impressive. So that is all for today. Go check out my other videos. Apparently that's the new method of things that it's not likes and comments and all that. It's just watching more videos, which makes more sense, but I don't know. Go watch some of my other videos because there's lots of them. So thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.